Welcome to this sanctuary.
Oh, the Red Prince. You're here.
Are you ready for me to join forces?
Yep,
Off we go then.
So, what happens if I give you this ring? By the by? By.
The ring just got tighter.
It's loose.
A lot tighter.
Get off me and stay off.
Interesting. Very interesting. Whoops. Okay. Thanks. You can keep that cursed ring.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
Are you certain you want to dismiss?
Your loss.
Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it. What good are battle tactics against those things anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you?
I'm a sorcerer. I fled from Fort Joy.
A sorcerer? Indeed. I should have realized. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky.
I met an elf named Verdus in Fort Joy's dungeon who mentioned a group who might seek you out. Or me. What? Seek you out.
You meant Verdus.
Oh, sure. Whatever.
He's as
That
good
thing
as
was kind of
dead.
weird.
We're the seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him.
Verdus seems to recognize you. Or, sorry, let's try that again. Verdus seems to recognize me as the same as him. Does he know what that might mean?
You, a Godwoken. Surely not. Though if Verdus said so, you could be important. But there's no way to be certain until we've left this blasted island behind us.
Oh, I'm fine with that. The sooner I leave this place, the better.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. If the Magisters have us cornered, they have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already.
There must be a way to overcome these things. Nothing's invincible after all.
There's weapons. Ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them, so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky.
Well, I'll look for this Gareth and these weapons, if that's what it takes to get off this island.
You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise, we'll get you as far away from this place as possible.
Before that, I have some question.
Please, ask. Whatever helps.
What brought you to this place before you were attacked?
We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a godwoken. He could have been the next divine, but we failed him.
What exactly is a Godwoken?
Well, before there's a divine, there must be a godwoken. Only a special few among sorcerers have this potential. Without them, a true successor to Lucian will never rise. And on top of everything, someone seems to be killing what few godwoken there are. It must be Alexander. A failed godwoken like him wouldn't want to see any other become the next divine.
Tell me more about this Gareth.
Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honoured to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong.
Do you truly have no idea where Gareth is?
None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him.
How do you learn about these source weapons?
The masked priestess, Gratiana, told Sir Gareth of them after she granted us shelter here. She was reluctant at first, but, well, Sir Gareth can be very insistent. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more.
What'll happen if we manage to defeat the Magisters?
The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry.
Holy
The birds are
shit!
asleep.
That
The moon's
shield!
in the sky. The seven watch o'er us. You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Bravo.
They found us. Found him. Won't ever stop.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Oh, I can
The
sell
seven
more?
watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head. Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Oh God. Oh, wow. Sold so much there. Ow. Jesus Christ. Being sick sucks.
They found us.
Wished bonny
Found
barn,
him.
now don't you
Won't
cry.
ever stop.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Let's not put on that ring again, huh?
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Oh. Hello, Gratiana.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand. No, no, we don't have the time. Think down. Gareth would know what to do.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry.
Huh. You know, I didn't really do much. Let's go back and reload this save.
The jar stands before you, cold. A human
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death. Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Farewell
Wait.
to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
I'll save that Gratiana one.
The deity's head and
Maybe she'll do me a favor, and then I can give her her phylactery. And I can go re-talk to the squirrel too. And ask him where the shinies are.
shiny!
Oh, god damn it.
Up on the ledge before you,
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapon!
her eyes go wide with wonder upon your mentioning of a divinity.
No magister could sense the spirit of the goddess. Only a true sorcerer could, blessed with senses greater than our worlds alone. I apologize for the steel.
With one great...
Come,
Well, that was much easier than last time. Mystic answer.
You are fortunate to have found this. My name is Bahara. Commendable. Ahmad Gratiana, her priestess in this sanctuary, is... I am forbidden to leave my watch, and my knowledge is but a pond. Gratiana, the guests, they call the magisters, of course. The seeker, they've heard the shrieker shriek. To no one's... They knew, but Alexander... It is true. Have you never... They were living. Turns out the tales are true. The magisters dug deep, and returned these horrors to the surface. It is the... There are... But his is not a treasure of gold, ruby, and sapphire. It is a treasure of death. There is nothing on this isle as valuable. Haunted... Myanmar.
Okay. You! I need to take all the item from you again. This is the only annoying thing.
Off we go.
I first need to give you this god-awful ring. Where did he go? Oh.
The ring just got tighter.
It's loose.
A lot tighter.
Get off me and stay off.
Wish there was a transfer all.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art.
Are you certain you want to...
Your loss.
Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
You! I need to talk to you again.
He glanced. Who the blazes are you? A source seeker can always recognize us. You meant Verdus. You could be important, but there's no...
The young...
That's the magic. There's... But he hasn't returned. You'll... Thank... Please, ask. We came... Well, and... Sir, none. The mask... Speak to... The magic...
Don't walk away. Come back.
Sir Gareth, did you find any sign of him? Please, ask. Well, before there's a divine, there must... None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us. You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Whoops.
Mother of Majesty, hear found us. Found him. Won't ever stop. In their time of need. I pray that you ease their pain and see them safe in your grace.
Six resurrection scrolls.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
I realize if I'm going to play by myself, I don't really need resurrection scrolls.
They found us. Found him. Won't ever stop. Mother of Majesty, hear my prayer. Protect these poor souls in their time of need. I pray that you ease them.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Found him. Won't ever stop.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Sounds good to me. +2 attitude.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
Okay. No more reloading. Quick save over it.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Get summoning to 30. I don't know what I'll do, but hey. I mean 20. Hopefully when I get to 20, they just become like the summons that I do. It just becomes like god creatures. Wouldn't that be fun?
It hurts. I pray that you ease their pain and see them safe in your grace.
Let's talk to her first.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you?
Huh. I'm a stranger in these lands and very much wish I could go home.
I sincerely believe you. Well, stranger, you may always make a home here. You are most welcome in this place. I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps.
Why do you turn your home into a refuge for these seekers?
She pauses for a moment before answering.
We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand that simple truth. For many more, I have tried to right the wrongs of my past.
If she wants help, she could tell... Oh. If you want help... What? Say if she... Oh, okay. If you want to help, you could just tell me how to get out of here.
You are bound on one side by marshes filled with dead souls and living voidwoken. You are bound on the other by a fort where death is mercy. All else is sea, but you will find no boat that will aid you.
How do you get here? Was she also marooned on this? Were you also marooned on the island?
I was abandoned. Yes, but it was not always thus. This marsh was once a rich, lush land, before he came, before Brachus.
That sounds like a long time ago. How long have you lived here?
I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time to reflect on the past and learn from it. In truth, the torments of Brachus and of these magisters were not so different. Both purged source from this land. Indeed, the magisters have even taken Brachus's worst tools. First, the purging ones, and now those shriekers. Without something more powerful than these sticks the seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man.
I will find a way to save them.
Twice today I've heard those words. Their leader, Gareth, insisted that he could lead them out of this place. I told him of Brachus's cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the shriekers could stand against. He ventured out to find them, but has not returned. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one will escape this island.
Well, someone had better save him. Where did he go?
He set off north, to the ruins of Brachus's source armory, but there is no way to know what he found there, even if he survived the swamps.
I promise I'll do everything to find him.
Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child. Hello again, child. What brings you here? We must always strive to help those who suffer. For men...
Despite the mask, you can feel her expression harden.
Time is a river, ever slipping by. It does no good to mourn what's gone before, only to appreciate where the current carries us. In this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid. I live a good life. The person that I was is dead.
The woman freezes in place and starts to stutter.
It was nothing. Simply a turn of phrase. Nothing more.
Stare her down. I know you're hiding something. And I think I know what it is.
You know nothing. Nothing of my life. Nothing of the things I've seen. Nothing of the things I've done.
She turns away from you in a swirl of robes.
Hey, I'm not done.
As your hand wraps around her arm, your fingers squeeze down not on skin and flesh, but on solid bone. Through her robes, you can feel that she's nothing but a skeleton.
No! Don't touch me! Let me go!
Why were you keeping this from me?
She pulls her arm out of your hands with a jerk.
From you? Simple fool! Do you think any tolerate a death's hand coming to aid them? I tried to help so many, but all screamed, all fought, all drove me away. This mask is the last vestige of humanity that remains, the only thing that renders me fair to my people. I thought you, of all people, would understand that.
How can you expect people to trust you if you hide this from them?
Have you learned nothing of those that wear the mortal flesh? They fear all that is different, that is, other. They will not accept me. No, the most I can hope for is grace, and I have that by Armadia's word.
The seven will show us you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest.
If you would do more to help them, they would accept you, no?
Does this swamp cause madness in all that enter it? Their leader also said that I could do more, that I must do more to help. I told him of Brachus's cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the Shriekers could stand against. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without gladly, but I fear you'll fare no. North of here you'll find nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like walk ever in a... Hello again, child. What brings you here? He ruled this. These marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. Many unfortunate souls were brought here. Blessed were those. I have been here in truth, indeed. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are. Twice today I told I set off walk. Hello again, child. Armadia is the... This is her shrine. You look concerned, my child. Are you quite well?
The hooded figure stares at you, holding your gaze. It feels as if she is about to say something, but she hesitates before bowing gently.
Very well, as you say. It was not always thus. He is no more. He ruled. These marshes were a playground for the tales do indeed. Without something more powerful than these sticks, the seek twice. I set walk. Hello again.
Really?
Go
I can't show her the phylactery anymore? That was my one chance to show her the phylactery, and okay, this game is slightly retarded. Slightly.
Please, Armadia, bless.
Before you stand.
Armadia's blessings, child. I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia.
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack. Her voice trembles as she speaks.
You entered the vault. You, please, give that to me. Give it to me now.
Observe that she seems to be very keen to get her hands on these jars.
You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me.
Why are you so impatient? What are you hiding?
Hiding? Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
You dare speak to me of hiding? You dare speak to me of patience? I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage. I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent pup!
Hand over the jar.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face.
What happened to you?
I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex, but more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen.
Why would you do such a thing?
You don't understand. No one understands. My heart held such fear. But with Brachus, I was safe. He needed me, and I needed him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
Sympathize with her. It must have been frightening to see him change like that.
I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies! I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Observe that whatever crime she committed in her past, she seems to be making it up for now.
Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
Rest a hand on her shoulder and say that you're glad she found her way.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil. But Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death he commanded me.
How do you escape?
Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
Oh, was this in the first game? 2 source hunter. First game you play as 2 source hunters.
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
Reach out and squeeze her tight. Thank you for your tale, for trying to live a good life.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't. I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Woo! Terrible rewards. Which one sells for the most? Crossbow.
Smoke and screams.
My eternal thanks, friend. This Gareth. He set off to find north of nothing in this land can counter the shriek. Walk ever.
The birds are asleep.
Oh, most blessed child. We must always strive to help those who suffer.
Despite the
time, in this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid.
The woman freezes in place.
It was nothing. Simply a turn of phrase. Nothing more. You know nothing.
She turns away from you in a swirl of robes.
My eternal thanks. We must always strive to help those who suffer. For me, you are all else is sea. But the goddess, you look concerned, my child. Are you...
The hooded figure...
Very well, as you say. He is no more. He ruled. These marshes were a Brachus indeed. Without something more. Twice I told. I fear for these souls. He set off north. Walk ever. My eternal thanks. Armada, this is... You look concerned, my child.
The hooded...
Very well. As you say, it was not always that. He is no more. He ruled. These marshes were a playground for he and his the tales indeed. Without something more powerful. Twice I told. I fear for these souls. If he has come to any harm, and gladly. North of nothing in this land can counter the walk ever. Hello again, child. He ruled. These marshes were a playground for he. Perhaps in without the full of the walk. Hello again, child. What brings you here?
What do you sell?
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth.
Wished Bonnie
Please
Barn,
come back.
now don't you cry.
Okay, that one
The
is a
birds
really
are
good
asleep,
ring.
the moon's in the sky.
Holy crap, that
The
glove is
seven will show
amazing.
us you're safe in bed.
Oh! 20 magic armor
Close
and
your
summoning?
sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
I lose 1 to Necromancer, but Constitution is pretty good.
Wished Bonnie Barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
Go in Armadi.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
No, are you serious? I can't, like...
Mother of magic, hear my prayer. Protect these poor souls in their time of need. I pray that you ease their pain and see them safe in your grace.
They found us. Found him. Won't ever stop.
Wished Bonnie Barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Oh, that's much better.
Mother of magic, hear my prayer. Protect these poor souls in their time of need. I pray that you ease their pain and see them safe. Oh, most blessed child, pray, what may I do for you? Go in our
Do I need that?
Wished Bonnie Barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Oh god, I'm wearing the robes of Magisters. Hope that doesn't do anything dangerous. Ha!
Smoke and screams.